My name is Blaine Townsend, and what I did for my project was through an organization through the Lincoln House and College Station, which is called HYPE, which is Helping Youth Prepare for Eternity. And what we did was we take inner city kids from Bryan, College Station, and we bring them to a church on Sundays at 5, and we would just really just hang out with them, just love them, teach them about the gospel, just be there for them. And other things we would do is we would possibly help them with homework if they had any homework. Really just sit them down, have small groups, teach them a story in the Bible about Moses or Noah or anything like that. And then after that we would just have a little rec time, whether that be basketball, football, or anything to do with that. We just had time with them and just got to hang out with them and just love on those kids. There was sometimes where kids would just ask about questions in math or questions about Jesus, and it was just such a humbling experience and such a great opportunity to tell kids about Christ and just to love them. And most of these kids are from homes that don't have a father or mother. Most of them, their father's either locked up, mother's a drug addict, or etc. like that. So it's really good just to hang out with kids like that, just love them, and really just be there for them, just let them know that they are special, that they are loved. I chose this project because ever since I was in high school, I just always had a passion for inner city kids and orphans, and I felt like it was something God just placed in my heart. And I use football really as a platform in a ministry to reach out to kids and kids that are impoverished and just don't have a role model to look up to. I try to be that role model for them, and I try to just love them and really just point them to Christ, not to me. But that's why I chose it. I've always had a passion to helping kids. I love being an example for the next generation. I feel like it's my job as not just as a Christian, but as a man to one day when I'm a father and husband, lead my family, and I feel like it's my responsibility to lead kids that don't have a father. So that's one of the reasons why I did that. One of the main challenges facing this project was really just the timing. With football and school and just church activities, it was very hard to just find some time to plan out, to hang out with these kids on Sundays. Even though it's very, very rewarding, it was just very challenging because the busyness of life can get to you. So I really had to organize my time, organize my schedule to do this and to hang out with the children and just to be there for them. What did I gain from this project? There's many different areas that I saw going through this project. I really saw a lot in my core values. My core values was spirituality and loyalty. I was obviously with spirituality was just teaching kids about the gospel, teaching them about Christ, and that's very important to me. And I wanted to share that with them. And then just loyalty. I try to be loyal to them. I try to be there every time I could. Still to this day, I'm in contact with some kids. If they ever need me or if they ever need help or advice, I'm there for them. And then another core value that I really saw was really achievement. I really wanted to be the best I could for these kids, and I want them to be the best that they could to be through this process. And so really got to see that. And then another thing I saw was my strengths. One was harmony and input. Just really had a great time with these kids. They were so fun to be with, and just had a great time and felt like we all got along. My input, I gave them a lot of input, a lot of advice about life, and gave them the best I could, even though I don't really know much about life myself. I'm still learning, but I gave them the best that I could. And then another one was personality. My personality was extroversion. I love talking to kids. I love hanging out with kids, and just being able to talk to them and hang out with them. And then just thinking. We got to think a lot together, just be together, just understand what it means about the gospel, what it means to homework and to be a man, to be a girl. And the other one was emotional intelligence, my empathy, and my social skills. Really came into hanging out with the kids and just being there for them. Really had compassion for them and just empathy to help them. And the last one was 5 practices. One of it was model the way. It was my job to help them, to lead them, and just to be there for them. And I tried to do that by modeling a good example for them. And so